Rapid Cargo sponsors the Kubi Springer Show.
My name is Kubi Springer, and I've come a long way. After 12 years of marketing, working for some of the biggest brands in the world, I've decided to bring my knowledge and expertise to you.
Hello and welcome to the Kubi Springer Show, sponsored by Rapid Cargo, the show that enables you to be your brand, shape your destiny. We show you how to own it. And coming up on today's show, we go behind the scenes for our weekly edition of Kubi Consults, our reality series where I consult established and emerging businesses about their business strategies. Then we are joined in the studio with Relationship Manager for Barclays Bank, Simone Haynes, who will talk to us about the business of banking. Stay with us for our weekly surgery where we give you the chance to get your business ideas out in the open and taken to the next level in Brand Central. Then review the latest elevator pictures online and choose the best ones in the running for this month's £100. Yay! And if that's not enough, why not enter our weekly competition to see if you can win one of 10 copies of my book, What is Fabulous? Remember, we'd love to hear from you, and there are numerous ways that you can get in touch. Simply email, tweet or Facebook us with your questions or comments. All the information is on the screen now. Firstly, today, the part of the show that's one of my favourites is called Kubi Consults. Hi guys, today I am in East London with the founder and owner of EP8 Trainers, Alexis Michaelidis. How are you?
Very good, Kubi. Good to see you.
Thank you. I'm loving the setup here. Where are we?
We're at the Outset Centre, which is where our offices are based, in Walthamstow. And the studio is just part of the building setup. We've got performance halls, some training rooms, and some offices upstairs for the training and for the music businesses.
Excellent, excellent. For those at home who may have heard of EP8, because you're one of those brands that a lot of people have heard of, but may not know everything that you do, what exactly is EP8?
EP8 is a creative and media training provider, so we just specialise in courses around music, events, fashion, journalism, music production, business, and we also do apprenticeships in media and live events and promotion. So a wide range of creative courses.
That's awesome. And I know that you started it, and you started it, you know, as somebody who necessarily wasn't thinking I'm going to go into training. Tell us the story. How did you start it all off?
I was a club promoter at university, throwing parties.
Having a good time?
Having a good time, being quite social. And when I left university, I thought, I wonder if I can, do this as a career. So that was it, really. I went into Oliver Close in E10, and for the first time, put down on paper what one does when they're putting together an event, and that formed the basis of the first ever course.
It's been how long since EP8's been running?
So we've just celebrated our 10th anniversary.
Well, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looking back on the journey, what's been the highlights?
There's lots of different highlights, but the thing that makes you feel particularly good about the work that we do is when you hear about success stories.
So one of the success stories must be Natalie Williams, MOBO Award nominee, and she started at EP8.
Yeah, we had some funding to record her first album and to work with some musicians from London. And yes, she's gone on to MOBO nomination this year. She's on her third album with us.
She's big in China or Japan, I hear.
She's got a deal in Japan, deal in South Africa, and is well known for her jazz albums as well as her neo-soul work.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Where's EP8 going to be in 5, 10 years' time? Where do you see it growing? I mean, you've expanded, you're in Brighton, you're in London, you've got the publishing company, you've got the training. Where's EP8 going to be in 10 years?
We are talking about South London now and setting up a base there.
Oh, thank God for that.
So that should be happening from September.
Awesome.
But really developing the breadth of the courses. Like I mentioned, you'll be able to come to EP8 to do a foundation course just to get into the industry, or you'll be able to do higher level courses which will really help you to develop the skills to break into the industry. So not necessarily bigger is better, but just a wider range of courses. So no matter what your background, educational achievement, you can come and find a pathway into this creative and media industry.
I'm very curious about the Creative Diploma course, which for those at home that don't know, it's pretty much working in conjunction with the schools.
Yeah.
And it's a GCSE. It's equivalent of 7 GCSEs, isn't it?
Yeah.
EP8 have spearheaded the media and creative end. How has that gone?
It's gone well. It's gone well. I mean, it's part of the GCSE options programme, and it's called a Diploma in Creative and Media. Like you say, it's equivalent to 7 GCSEs, so it's a big part of your school options programme. You get to try out lots of different parts of the industry, so there's units in promotion, marketing, performance, video production, fashion, so you get a little taste of lots of aspects of the industry. And again, that should help to inform your future choices. And we work with the schools and colleges and provide teachers and tutors with industry experience to help deliver those programs.
Awesome, awesome. I love it. Well, thank you for taking the time out to sit down with us at O.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you very much.
Now in the studio with me today, I have Simone Haynes, who's Relationship Manager for Barclays Bank. Simone, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. Your story is absolutely fascinating. You've started from what you describe as a self-confessed expressive child to making your way up into the world of corporate banking. How?
Well, as I say, I was a very expressive child, and within school I was often dismissed as being disruptive and too talkative. So unfortunately, I spent a lot of time outside the classroom. That's where I was banished to, as opposed to sitting down in the classroom with my, obviously, my schoolmates. I left school with 1 GCSE.
Really?
Yes, it was a B in English. So I was very proud of my B, but obviously not of the fact that it was just 1 GCSE.
Sure.
So I went to college, and I thought that with 1 GCSE, because it was a B, that I would be able to do my A-levels. Unfortunately, like the rest of my schoolmates, I had to do my retakes. So I decided to do my retakes, as I knew, irrespective of the fact that I was told by my teachers that I would amount to nothing. And I was basically not going to be an achiever in this world. I knew that I was actually going to be something and someone. So I ultimately went and I did my retakes for my GCSEs, and then I continued to do my A-levels, and finally I did a BA honours in sociology.
So for you, really, it was about knowing who you were at that stage, even if maybe you couldn't have articulated it like that, but you knew who you were.
That's correct, yeah. I always knew that I was a person that could accomplish things. I always knew that with it, I had maintained that self-belief that I would be able to be somebody in life. And I understood that in order for me to be who I wanted to be, I would have to have the education behind me. So therefore, I followed through. I persevered. It was never easy. Even in college, I remained to be a very expressive child, and and I overcame those challenges, and in order to obtain the ultimate goal, which was to make sure that I had my degree.
And so going from a child who somebody said would be nothing, and now working in corporate banking, Canary Wharf, for you, is it what you, if you went back and looked at your younger self, is it what you thought it would be?
Never, no. I never saw this direction happening. I always knew that I'd be accomplished in whatever fields that I decided. However, the choices that I've made, I really just think to myself that I'm quite blessed to have been there. But I know that the reason why I'm actually here because I am a determined person, and I had that self-belief that whatever I put my mind to, I knew that I could actually achieve it.
Excellent. Today, fast forward in your career, today you're doing some phenomenal work with your own charity. Tell us about that.
Well, Principles in Finance, I set up that charity last year, and that was to coincide with voluntary work that I was doing in prisons, primarily Bronzefield, which is a female prison, basically, and Feltham, Young Offenders Institute, and also Women's Scrubs. And I pretty much just felt that I needed at this stage in my career to go back and start returning the rewards that I've had and giving back to my community.
And how are you doing that in the prison? What exactly are you offering the people there?
What I do is I actually go to prisons and I deliver financial capability workshops. So what that entails is doing a workshop where we can actually discuss budgeting, looking at becoming more financially literate, designing business plans, talking to prisoners about their financial circumstances and motivating them so they'll actually be prepared to deal with that upon release. The aim is so they don't return to prison and they have options and they know that irrespective of the fact that you have a criminal record, you can still be an achiever.
Excellent. I adore that. I think it's so important. We're going to go for a quick commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to have some business tips in Brand Central. Simone is going to be answering all of the questions that you guys have been sending in. You've been watching the Kubi Springer Show, sponsored by Rapid Cargo. I'll see you in a moment.
Rapid Cargo sponsors the Kubi Springer Show.